now, and now they can see us. We are live. Welcome to episode 109 of the Beastly Thoughts live show. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Beastly? How you doing today?
Feeling good, man. Enjoying it's been a rough weekend. One of those weekends where my wife flew out of state and I had to do a lot of motherly duties, motherly work that I'm not used to. You know, getting the kids prepared for morning and night.
You look like a bad mother.
I've had a rough fucking weekend. But thank God, the gods of gaming have smiled on me and my wife flew back in today.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those situations where you don't really know what all goes into, you know, being a homemaker until you have to do it for 2 days. Now, as soon as she walked in the door, I wanted to kiss her feet and bow down and say, you know, I'm not worthy. Because it's a lot of damn work that goes into doing this, man. She homeschools these girls, and it's a constant battle. Man, I just feel like watching Lifetime or something now. I feel like I've graduated. But I did get a good opportunity to play an awesome, amazing game this week.
Yeah, I'm super jealous, man. I'm super jealous of that. I've been working like a mad dog for like the last week. I don't know if you know this. My internet went down for like 4 days. Yeah, man.
How'd you survive that?
It was brutal.
I could survive that.
It was brutal. I had no internet for 4 days. I missed the Planet Destiny podcast. I did stream I was actually mid-stream on Monday. I was streaming Destiny on Monday. Internet just went kaput. Like, I'm like, what the hell happened? So you know how they have like those outage charts that you can go see online? Like the whole Northeast was like out of internet, right? For this one cable provider that I'm subscribed to. And it came back for most people at 10 p.m. that night. It didn't come back for me until about 10 a.m. the next day. And even then, it was like having a dial-up modem, right? It was like, It was so slow that, like, you know, speedtest.net, it was literally giving me like 200 kilobits per second, 70 kilobits per second. Like, it was measured in, like, the needle wasn't even moving.
Wow. Man, I don't know how I'd, put up a situation like that. I'd have to drive someplace and they'll see me inside of a McDonald's using their free Wi-Fi. At this point,
seriously, I was thinking about it.
I mean, it's really rough to be without internet now, and it's hard to believe there was ever a time that we actually did it.
Right. You know? So I was trying to like tether to my phone, like tether to my computer. Like I had my PlayStation trying to tether to the computer. I had my computer trying to tether, to the phone, and it just wasn't working. Like you can't play Destiny on a phone connection, it turns out, or at least I can't.
Believe it or not, I know you remember a few months ago where my internet was out.
Yeah.
And I actually did the show through my phone.
Right.
During that period of time, I didn't know I had a tether cap, but I have unlimited 4G LTE on my phone. So during that period, the initial 2 or 3 days where my internet was down, I used it for my PlayStation 4 and everything worked flawlessly. All my computers were tethered to the phone.
Nice.
My PS4, I was playing The Last of Us. It was working. I was like, God, this is amazing. And then I got a little pop-up said, your tether limit has been reached. I was like, holy shit.
No!
I didn't know that. Yeah. But I was actually able to do it. And technology, man, has really come a long way.
So my problem is that my cell phone gets like 1 bar of service at my house, right? Which normally isn't a problem because I got Wi-Fi and... You know, who uses internet at their house on their phone, right? Like, it's not an issue. It's enough for a phone call, it's fine for a phone call, but it's not good for internet. So I'm happy to have internet back, man. I'm super happy. And then I've been working like a mad dog doing photography all weekend. I told you I was driving like 80 miles an hour to get home tonight so I could do this show because I already missed one podcast. I'm not going to miss both of them.
I just, in the back of my mind, I see you driving through the back roads like Speed Part 3 coming to theaters soon.
Right.
Just show you
it's all about the drifting. You got to like just tap those brakes as you're going around the corner. Just let those back tires loose a little bit. You get some smoke shows going. Get that Accord really rocking.
Yeah, that Accord, man. That's all you need right there, damn it. Nice drift. Yeah, man. So I hear you've had a rough week. I've had kind of a crazy weekend. Normally when the wife is home and the kids run up to you and say, Daddy, you look at me and say, just leave me alone for a few minutes.
Yeah, beat it.
I couldn't do it. I'd be in the middle of doing whatever I was doing, either The Last of Us or Uncharted 4. And my girls say, hey,
Can't
Daddy,
you see I'm busy? Look, Nathan Drake fucking needs me.
Yeah. Damn it.
He ain't going to find the fourth chart by himself.
You got that right, Nova. Nova, are you listening to this? But every time the kids were calling me, I would stop. And I found myself, I just was unable to resist that mothering thing. I look at them and say, what do you need, honey? And then they'd tell me, and I'm like, sure. I was so receptive. And I knew in the back of my mind that Kate was proud of me across the country somewhere. But it was one of those situations, and my son's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday. Which son?
Brandon, he turned 14. So both of my boys are 14 every year for 3 weeks. Brett, he turns 15 on June 2nd.
Nice.
So
my boys are 14 too. They're 14 right now too.
Yeah. I wasn't playing around, man. You know, as soon as Brett was born, I said, hey, we'll knock out the second one in a couple of weeks, have them both in the same year.
Yeah, man. That's how you do. That's efficiency.
You know? Right? We don't miss. We don't miss. But yeah, it's been a good week, and the games I've been playing, believe it or not, no wife was here to stop me.
Right.
So I did get some Last of Us in. God, I had some great games. I mean, some of the best games I've ever had. Like 17 downs, 15 executions, and 1 death.
I gotta get you hooked up with Skitty, man, because he's been loving that game too.
So good. It's so good, man. I haven't had a chance to play any of the Uncharted 4 multiplayer yet, but I will say this. Uncharted 4 is a must-have game. It is an experience that it's really hard to put into words until you see it. And, you know, if I explain to you how amazing it is just to sit and look at, it is the most graphically intense game I've ever seen.
That's what I'm hearing. So I haven't gotten a chance to play it, so I'm going to be asking a lot of questions here.
I don't want to be spoilery.
All right, don't spoil the game. Don't spoil any of the plot. But I've heard this game looks fantastic. Best looking console game ever. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. That's amazing.
I heard that before I actually installed it, okay? And I was like, there's no way. You know, I've seen the Order 1886. This game was nothing but graphics, and that was it. No substance, just graphics. This game can't look better. The game looks fucking way better than the Order 1886, and it's like you wouldn't believe it, right? And the thing that
I heard you actually play this game, unlike the Order 1886, where you just watch
it. Absolutely. There's a reason to come back and play it, but not just that, right? All the cutscenes are done in real time. It's real time. These are the actual in-game models that they use for all those insane cutscenes that you've seen. These are not CG cutscenes. This is actual in-engine cutscenes that are rendered in real time. And it took, Digital Foundry to really solidify that in my mind, because at the point I'd seen Digital Foundry's review of the game, which they called a technical marvel, I thought it was just, pre-rendered or whatever CG cutscenes. And then they explained that this was not, that they were actually using the PlayStation 4 hardware to render these scenes in real time with the actual in-game models. And so when I was looking at the models, like during the cutscenes, looking at Joel, looking at Sam, I was like, wow, you could see like the pores on their skin, individual hairs. Like you could see like the light shine through individual hairs. And then I was playing the game and said, there's no way this is the same damn model. And I would stop, and you know how you kind of alter the camera, you get close to a wall and you kind of turn so you can see it's the same damn models. I can't believe it. The game is amazing. The gunplay, I've always liked the gunplay in Uncharted, but this gunplay, it went from being a solid 6 to a 10.
So I've never liked the gunplay in Uncharted. It's always been the weakest point for me. It's floaty. It felt inaccurate. Like I felt like I wanted to use automatic weapons all the time because I just wanted to get as many bullets out there as possible, because like there wasn't a feel of precision there. Is it better?
Now it is. I think they've learned a lot from The Last of Us. They've actually taken different aspects of The Last of Us and really kind of seamlessly blended it into this experience. The gunplay is, to me, the biggest difference, because the gunplay was always kind of floaty. When you pop off a shot, the gun goes anywhere. Now you can really get those precision headshots you want. And the guns all feel really, really good. The game is much more serious. Of course, it should be. It's a Thief's End. I've heard, some hardcore Xbox fans kind of upset because they feel that they've taken a more serious approach, but it's a much more serious game. The story isn't convoluted. It's easily followed and digestible. The puzzles, the way that they're implemented throughout the game is amazing. There's lots of platforming. If you really are into that. You really love the way they implemented so much platforming. They got new dynamics and mechanics, like I call it the Indiana Jones rope, that you can use to like kind of swing around and get better vantage points, land on people and punch them in the face and snatch their gun out of midair. It's amazing. They got this new mechanic that I haven't seen it in any of the other Uncharted games, but I do like the fact that they've added more stuff where you slide down hills a lot to kind of get to where you need to go, and you jump at the last second, kind of giving it more of an air of excitement and just that crucial moment. If you don't jump, then you're going to die. And God knows I've died quite a few times, but I've had a great time the entire time. I'm only on chapter 14. When my wife flew to New Hampshire, she was on chapter 17. So that lets you know. And she told me today when I picked her up from the airport, she said, "Did you beat it?" I was like, The Last of Us happened a couple of times, and so she wanted to smack me then.
I can't believe that you're not getting into Uncharted's multiplayer. It's the same developer. It seemed like I can't believe you're not like super excited for this.
I am. I'm very excited, but for me personally, I don't want to jump into the multiplayer until I complete the single. So like, when it comes to that multiplayer experience, plus I got like a group of guys who I always play The Last of Us with. I get that little message popping up. Bam! I'm in the middle of dealing with a kid. Bam! I go in there. I play one match. It turns into 8.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's time to go to sleep. And that's what happened to me last night. I played about 4 or 5 games of The Last of Us. All the kids, everybody's going to bed. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead and play a little bit of Uncharted 4. I got through one chapter, and then that feeling of dreariness started to come over my eyes, and I was watching, and then all of a sudden I wasn't, and I was watching again. I was like, okay, it's over. Turn it off, and I'm going to try to get into it, and I'll definitely have it beat by tomorrow night.
Don't want to rush through it too much, though, right? Kind of savor it a little bit.
This is the longest Uncharted to date.
Yeah.
This is about a 16 to 18 hour campaign.
That's pretty good for a single player campaign.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it has a very robust multiplayer. And I would say definitely don't sleep on the multiplayer. I know you're going to get this game. It's much faster. It's none of that bitch mom stuff from that you really love of The Last of Us. This is Uncharted. There's just tons. You swinging around the map, shooting people, throwing grenades, bringing in this non-player character assistants that jump down and they tank for you and run around and choke people. It's an awesome experience. But so far, I don't do the reviews where I go on a scale of 1 to 10, but I would definitely recommend this to anybody with a PlayStation 4. This is the game to show people what PS4s can do.
I heard this game makes the 90s look like the 60s.
Well, I guess if you look at it that way, yeah. This is definitely a showcase game, and it's not just a beautiful experience. I will say this, and this is why, for anybody who's played this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Naughty Dog implemented a very special way of paying homage to an old Naughty Dog game.
Oh, really? Don't ruin it.
Not going to. But when it happens to you, just let me know how loud you scream, because we screamed. Kate and I were actually at this time at the same place. And damn it, The Last of Us kind of slowed me down over the course of the next day or two. But at this point, we were at the same place, and it was happening simultaneously on her monitor and on my TV.
Oh, really?
And we both started screaming and losing our shit. Because you think it's one thing, and then all of a sudden it turns into something else. And you're like, oh my God. Naughty Dog is amazing. Neil Druckmann he's an amazing guy. Bruce Straley, you would think, I'm trying to think of her name. The young lady who left, and her name is really leaving me right now. You know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember her name.
Let us know in the comments. When she left, a lot of people had doubts as to whether or not Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley was going to be able to keep this franchise going strong. And were they going to be able to capture that magic that Uncharted has always been? They definitely have. The characters are all the same lovable characters that we've all, over the last 10 years grown to love. They look much more real. Of course, that Uncharted comedy is everywhere. Everybody's got their witty banter. The
most lovable mass murderer you ever met.
He's worse than Jason Voorhees, man. He's worse than Jason Voorhees in this game, because he just, he kind of goes at batshit, and her name is Amy Hennig. There she is. I had to look at my own video to find out. But all that stuff, they got some really amazing open world type of sections where you're driving around in a Jeep, and they implemented a little rope that goes on the front of your Jeep, and you can kind of get to special areas. It kind of pulls you up. It's just all this amazing stuff they implemented in the game. It's just so different from the previous entries. I'm really, really, really enjoying this game. And like I said, if you have a PS4 and you don't have it, you owe yourself a service of getting this game. It's definitely worth it. I won't know until I'm completely done with it how they kind of close up this series and put a bow on it. But as it stands right now, the protagonist is awesome. The antagonist is so far, because I know there might be a crazy Uncharted twist, is
Right.
very believable and kind of scary, right?
How many blue dudes
And
are there?
oh, I don't know how many there are in this game, but so far I'm really, really enjoying it. And you guys in the comments, let us know what you think about it. Right now, it's sitting at a 94 on Metacritic, which is the highest score for any game this console generation on Metacritic out of 70 reviews. So it's doing really, really well, and I think it definitely deserves those accolades. Now, you need to tell me why the hell, other than the fact that you've been working your ass off, you didn't get this game.
That's it. That's why. I just been I've been going hard, so
working and driving.
You know, sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna pick it up. I was actually planning on picking it up today, but I just didn't have time to do it. Because for some reason, I want to get the box copy. I don't even know why I want to get the box copy of this game, but I do want to get the box copy, even though I download most of my games at this point. Maybe I'll just bite the bullet and download it tonight and start playing it tonight. I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm also really looking forward to Doom, which came out, and a lot of people were really concerned about Doom because they didn't send any review copies out, which I found to be pretty interesting. They did they sent them out to influencers, right? Like, you know, YouTubers and Twitch streamers. And a lot of times that means that they don't feel too strongly about how well this game is going to get reviewed. But it turns out that this game, people are really loving this game. It's definitely got an old school Doom feel to it. I haven't played it. It's got an old school Doom feel to it. People are loving the graphics. It looks great on the consoles and on the PC. People are really liking the fact that the combat has a tactical feel to it. Like, you can't just go rushing in and just take out everybody. You have to actually kind of play around with the environment, and it's even got a story, which relatively new to the Doom franchise.
well, Cliff Blazinski, he actually commented on this game, and he said that this is Doom that we know and love ramped up. He says actually a better rendition than what we used to have. It has all that old school feel to it, but they've added all these new dynamics. I was supposed to get it today, but I ended up, spending a little bit longer at the airport waiting on my wife to get out. So I'll definitely have it tomorrow. And that's some more multiplayer I'm just dying to get.
Oh, the multiplayer is so fun.
You did play.
I played the beta, yeah.
It's unlike any other first-person shooter, if you ask me, the way it feels, the way it moves.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're on fucking rollerblades playing laser tag or something. It's just so seamless and so fast.
Yeah, it just feels
60
good.
frames. Yeah, it really, really does. I'm really anxious to see how the story works out, because I've always loved Doom just for the mindless fun that it was, right?
Yeah. And
Doom 3 tried to change that, and I think for what it was for that time, Doom 3 did really well. But this seems like, from what I understand, a very cohesive and enjoyable and easily followable story. And
it makes me wonder why they didn't send out review copies. You've heard that story before, right? It's like, a movie will come out or a game will come out, and they won't do early press stuff, right? They just won't do it because they know that it's just going to get panned. So, like, why bother?
Or they'll do an embargo, and the embargo will lift like 2 days or 3 days after the actual retail release.
Sure,
that's
right?
another way they go about doing it. Yeah.
So when I started hearing that they did not send out press copies of this game, they did not send out review copies, I was like, shit, this game's going to be crappy. It's going to be crappy, and they know it. They know it's going to be crappy. But now to hear that people are actually loving it. The reviews, I just checked Metacritic. Like, while you were talking about Uncharted, I looked at Metacritic, and there's very few like real reviews of it, but the user reviews are in the 80s, and that's good. That's good for Metacritic. People are loving this game. I've talked to a couple of people who have played it. I watched a couple of like kind of YouTube style reviews of it. And people are loving it, and I'm excited because I'm a big Doom fan.
The only problem for me is there's just so much to play, and there has to be some end game here, Briar. And I know you probably feel the same way. I don't know if you feel it to the same degree, because for the most part, you're focusing on the game that you love. I have a lot of love for a lot of different games.
Yeah.
Some I love more than others, so I try to grab them all, and it just becomes this cesspool of games,
Sure.
And I get to play like 5%. At what point am I going to stop this, right? Because I'm playing Uncharted.
Yeah.
My back catalog, one of the games I really, really, really want to play is MGS5.
I thought you played it.
No, I didn't play it.
You didn't even start it?
I played like the first hour.
Oh.
I got through like the horse riding section with this big scary fucking guy chasing me. After that, I took a hiatus. And now, we got games like Doom coming out that I really want to play. I really want to get into Uncharted's multiplayer.
Yeah.
And during PlayStation's last sale, I bought 4 games. I haven't played any of them.
I got a solution.
What do I do?
All right. We're just going to run. We're going to find, where's a cheap place to live? Florida. We're going to meet up in Florida. We're going to rent some dingy ass apartment. Bring your PlayStation 4 and a TV. We'll set up. We don't even need chairs. We can just sit back to back and lean on each other.
That's a plan.
Fucking hang our TVs on the wall. We'll just sit there for a month. I don't even think they'll miss us. We don't do shit around here anyway. We have proven that we are completely useless.
Completely worthless, yeah. This is the only weekend I've actually proven my worth, So
we'll come home and they'll be like,
go back.
Yeah, did you bring the milk?
It's just such a daunting reality, right? Yeah. It's like, oh my God. And now I'm starting to do the same thing for my kids. I got Brandon GTA 5 for PS4 for his birthday. And that was a game he's been wanting. I got it for him yesterday. They started playing that, and then I went to GameStop. I went and got him Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
Brought that home and sat it in front of the TV. And they said, oh, is that for us, Dad? I said, yeah. I said, thanks. They kept playing it. And right before they left, just now, their mom picked them up. Said, how you guys like Battlefront? He said, oh, Dad, we haven't got a chance to play that yet. We'll probably play it in a day or two, hopefully. But right now, so now they have a back catalog. I'm like, oh, I'm setting them up for the same failures that I'm doing.
Hey, what are you going to do? It's a good problem to have, man. When I was a kid, I had like one game a year, right?
Yeah.
I played the shit out of that game.
You remember? Oh, man, Nintendo games gave you the best replay value because you could never beat those fuckers.
Yeah, that's true.
It would take me like a year to beat Ninja Gaiden. I was like, this is the hardest game ever. Ninja Gaiden 2 came out. That was for a whole nother year. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, those were the days. Now they get more games and they know what to do with.
Yeah.
Speaking of games that kids are playing nowadays, please tell me you tried Slither.io on your iPad.
No, I haven't checked that out yet. I've seen it, but I haven't tried it yet. It looks like kind of snaky, but like kind of.
It's good.
Is it?
It's really good.
I got addicted to. What was the one with the? Is it Agario? The one with the balls, and you try and eat the other balls. I got addicted to that for like 3 days. I swear to God, it was like an alcoholic having like a blackout. Right? It's like I lost time during that episode.
It was like a UFO abducted you.
Right? I was like, wait a minute. I sat down to play this 3 days ago. It was Monday. Now it's fucking Thursday. So I'm a little scared of it.
That's how I feel about this game, Slither.io. It's one of the most addicting. And see, I've never talked about like tablet or phone games. It's even on the phones too, iOS and Android. I've never played a game like this that really got me that addicted to it. I played it at work. I played it on my phone. I played it while I was waiting on Kate to come from the airport.
Yeah.
You're the snake. You start off really small, and there's like little Pac-Man balls everywhere. And every time you touch one, you get longer and longer and longer. And there's 400 to 500 people per lobby. So it's a lot of people playing in this one little global area. And so you see these giant snakes go past you, and you're like, holy shit, it's like Star Wars, right? A Star Destroyer go by. And in order to kill them, you have to make their head run into your body. So you can like kind of maneuver around them. If they run into your body, then they basically explode.
And they drop a bunch of orbs.
And yeah, you get those and you get big as hell, and that's when you feel like you're the shit. And you going around, you see all these little tiny bitches next to you, and they all want you, and you got out think I'm like, oh, this is such a good game. Now, not to brag because it's probably nothing, but I got to 16,000 in length.
So the genius about this game over Agario is in Agario, you got to a certain point where you're so big that you were almost unbeatable, right? I mean, unless you were you made a dumb mistake. There was a technique I started to use where I just like kind of drift away from a corner. Then like I was so fucking big that I could see like, you know, this huge corner. But all the little guys, they couldn't see that I was near that corner. They'd go in, you know, start feeding on stuff, and then I'd just come in and push into that corner, and they had no escape because I just like took up the whole fucking thing. And I just like I got so big that I couldn't be beat. In Agario, a little guy can take out a big guy. Doesn't matter how big you are. If you run into something, you're dead. Like it's a one-shot kill thing. Or I'm sorry, in Slither.
Slither.io. Yeah, and that's the scary part because you can double tap depending on if you play on PC because I have played it on PC too. I'll play on PC. If you just hold down your mouse, you like double your speed. And that way you can kind of get around people real fast and kind of trick them into running into you.
Yeah.
But the longer you hold that, you got little balls dripping off of you, leaving a trail behind you, actually getting smaller. So they've implemented some really interesting tactics in this game, and I'm really addicted. It's a hell of a feeling when you see a big snake and you go all the way around them and you engulf them, and you're in a big circle around them.
Yeah.
And you just keep closing in on them like, yeah, bitch, your lunch. All of a sudden, boom! A big ass explosion of balls inside. Oh, that didn't sound right.
It sounds just right to me.
But it's a very fun game. I implore you, if you get a chance. That's the other game I've been playing this week. It's been Uncharted, The Last of Us, because my wife has been gone. Normally she kicks me off of that. And Slither.io, every chance I get. It's a very, very addicting game, man. It's really, really fun. I think you'll like it. I think it would do really well on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, believe it or not.
Yeah, well, I don't know why they don't bring those games to...
It would do really well.
For like a few bucks? Like if they put them on the PlayStation Store for like a couple bucks?
Oh God, I'd buy it. I'd buy it. If they sold that for $10,
on the Vita, which is my least favorite paperweight at this point.
Yeah, well, nobody uses it. I think mine is in here someplace. That's my other Vita. I don't know where it's at, but yeah, mine has been depleted of power probably for the last month.
Right? I used to have a charger for it, right? That it just sits on. But I unplugged the charger. I'm like, why am I wasting battery on it? Like, why am I wasting electricity on this thing? I never take it off the charger.
I need to save money on my electric bill. Just unplug this shit. Yeah, my Vita is it's effectively right now a paperweight. I don't know what to say.
It makes me sad. It's such a cool piece of hardware. It's such a nice piece of kit.
It has such great possibilities.
Yeah.
But
and I hate playing games on cell phones. I don't like using touchscreen controls.
Same here.
Like so.
That's why I love my iPad. I got the iPad Air 2. It's pretty big, and I can kind of play Slither.io, but that's like the only game that, for me, touch controls kind of works. Sorry, guys. We've kind of been taken over by Android and iOS gaming for a moment.
Right.
But it's gaming, and it's fun. And if you guys have ever not tried Slither.io, please try it. Please.
Did you see Wilson's comment in the chat?
No.
I'm 1,600 in length on a good day.
Yeah, I heard that.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, the only thing about Slither.io that I think they should do, they should implement a way that you can actually invite people to play in the same lobby with people you know.
Yeah. Can you customize your character like you can in Agario?
Yeah. They just released a new patch, and you can make your snake look however you want. And I like the way that you can kind of change your name for each match, and you can troll the hell out of people. Just scare people. Like, I've named myself so many times, I'm going to fuck you up. And I spell fuck with PHUK, so they can't really, tag it.
So vulgar.
They have no clue what
so
that means.
vulgar.
Yeah.
On the internet? On the internet, really? There's kids on the internet.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Is that what my
You
kids
can't
have
be
been doing?
swearing on the internet like that.
Oh, God. What year is this?
Christ.
Fuck.
So, I've been internetless, so I haven't been playing much of anything. I should have taken the opportunity to play Uncharted, because you don't need internet to play Uncharted. But I didn't. I was doing yard work because, my wife basically is boss. But I did get this little cool piece of kit.
Oh, the 2? The S?
Yeah, the S version. So the difference with this is a new Elgato game capture card. And I thought it was interesting because instead of doing a lot of compression in the box, it's sending you the video to your PC in a delayed format. This thing is more set up for streaming, does less compression, but gives you instant video. So for streaming, where you want to, you want to get your, your video and your audio and your webcam and, your microphone all synced up. This is like Elgato's new solution for that. So I've been playing with this thing, and I'll probably do some kind of review or some kind of overview about it in the future.
I got the original Elgato, and I've got the HD60.
Right.
And I got the original for older stuff, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, and everything like that, because you can use the S video converter to convert old.
I have all three too. Yeah. Yep.
Now, are there any cons to the S compared to the HD60?
Yeah. So there are a few cons. One is you need to have USB 3.0, and you need to have a USB 3.0 that is not being used by other stuff. So when you have a USB, port on your computer, you've often got like 4 ports all run into like one basically, one line, right? This thing uses so much bandwidth on your USB port that for me, if I had it next to my microphone, something was going to get fucked up. Like my microphone or my game audio was getting fucked up. So it's like this thing really needs bandwidth. The other thing is this thing, if you're just doing like YouTube videos, if you just want to record, it seems that the HD60 is better than this for that, because this is letting your computer do the work, whereas the HD60 is doing the work for you, right, for your computer. So this is going to be better for streamers. The S is going to be better for streamers. The HD60 is going to be better for YouTubers.
Okay.
And obviously, if you're playing older games where you need analog inputs, then the original HD, Game Capture HD, is where you want to stick. So all three, they're still selling all three versions of it.
Now, what are the price differentials? I know that
this was 180 brand new.
Okay, well that's what I paid for the 60.
But it's
been a year.
It's a different device. It's a different device, and the HD60 is not obsolete. It's useful in a different way.
Gotcha.
You know, this is really you don't want to be making YouTube videos with this. You want to be streaming with this.
Streaming.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sure that our friend Not Too Nerdy Entertainment, I know you're out there watching, is going to have the HD60S pretty soon, because he's big into streaming just like you. And for my inevitable inauguration into game streaming, I'll probably have to grab one too.
Yeah, I mean, streaming is a lot of fun. It's amazing how much I've come to enjoy streaming at this point. So for me, I mean, the real answer for me is going to be to get a gaming PC, or a streaming PC is what I should call it, that, you know, has the power to do all this stuff. Because right now I'm doing it on a Mac that has Windows loaded onto it, and it's a fucking nightmare, man. It's a goddamn nightmare.
I can only imagine, man. And for the guys who are wondering what's happening to our format, nothing is happening to our format. We're actually swamped with old news, and that we pretty much know everybody's heard and talked about. And I'm looking at it now. There's really not much that's happened this week other than the, of course, awesome launch of Uncharted and Doom, which we've kind of already hit on.
Yeah.
Games that we're both super excited about. But some other smaller things that happened this week. Of course, we got more news and rumors about the Xbox Next, what Microsoft could be possibly talking about at E3. They're talking about a new console, not an Xbox 1.5, but actually a new console that is supposedly 4 times as powerful as the PlayStation 4K. So
really?
This is what they're talking about in the rumor mill. I actually did a video on it this morning.
When would they release that?
They're talking 2017, but this is supposed to be
year.
the Xbox One successor. This is not an Xbox.
So the Xbox upgrade. 2.
Next. Yeah, they're calling it the Next or the Xbox 2. So
that's fucking confusing.
It's very, yes, it is, isn't it? You know, I hate when I talk about my original. See how I'm saying it? The original Xbox.
Yeah.
You know,
the
I have
Xbox
the original
OG.
Xbox. Yeah, the OG. It's next to the 360, and it's next
right.
to the One. It's just very, very confusing. Other little bits of news is that Disney has quit the game-making business, and they're canceling the Disney Infinity franchise.
I got to tell you, I'm actually bummed about this. I've never played Disney Infinity, but I love those little figurines. I've got a Groot on my desk somewhere. I think it's covered by cables. But I've got a Groot.
He's holding them up.
Yeah, it's just a little mini figure of a Groot, and I've seen other ones that I loved. I don't play the games. I've heard it's good as far as Toys to Life games go, so I'm a little disappointed to see it disappear. But
apparently it's all because of the finances. They only made $200 million in the Infinity franchise last year.
Yeah.
And they didn't see that as enough to continue on with it. They do have 2 more packs coming out. They have the Alice in Wonderland pack, and they also have Finding Dory. And those are the last 2. They'll be coming out in the next 2 weeks. But after that, there's no more Disney Infinity. That's actually more reason for people to actually go out and probably get some of these figures, because over the next couple of years, they could probably have a huge spike in value. You know,
yeah, they had Marvel characters. They had movie characters from the Disney franchises. They had animated characters. They had a lot of characters in there. My kids liked them. I thought I never having played it, just seeing it from the surface, it looked to me like one of the better versions of this toy to life thing. But I do know that like Lego entered the market, like entered that same market last year, and from what I've heard is that like it's not a growing thing. It's like Skylanders kind of started it, then everybody else joined in, but instead of like the pie getting bigger, it just cut the pie into four slices, and everybody was sharing the pie. So it's sad to see Disney go, but you know, I guess they'll probably just have other people develop video games based on their franchises in the future.
Yeah, they still got some partnerships out there, but it's more second tier, not so much out in the forefront, really publishing anymore.
I want some Star Wars games though. Disney owns Star Wars. I want some Star Wars games.
I'm trying to think. What's the name of the developer that made Titanfall?
Respawn.
They're making a Star Wars game, a third-person action adventure Star Wars game right now.
That's Disney, interesting.
Yeah, they are, as well as Amy Hennig's Star Wars game. So they're actually two independent studios working on Star Wars right now for Disney. And of course, I'm more excited for Amy Hennig's Star Wars game because of the way her mind works. She's just a very just imaginative person, and you can see what she's kind of crafted with the Uncharted series.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're definitely moving forward with it. I was really interested a few years ago into seeing that Star Wars 1313 game that apparently looked like it was
the one that got canceled.
That looked damn good, man. Anything in my mind that's as good as the Knights of the Old Republic, I'm in on. You know.
Oh man, I'd love to see another KOTOR come out.
Oh yeah, God,
love to see that.
A spiritual successor, or even Knights of the Old Republic 3. Yeah. That would be mind blowing.
Hell, just BioWare, get the franchise again. Do it. That'd be awesome.
Wow.
I don't know how successful you think KOTOR was. I know KOTOR was successful. Knights of the Old Republic was successful. Yeah, but the second one I heard was not nearly as successful,
so
and that's what kind of killed it. But I know a lot of people love that game. They love KOTOR too.
Oh man, see, Knights of the Old Republic 2, I didn't like nearly as much. I didn't even beat it. It just, for me, the story kind of fell a little bit further from the first. The first game was just so believable. It had so much real information about the worlds. You just felt like you were really visiting these places and learning more about these races and stuff. All the abilities, the light side of the force versus the dark side, all that stuff was just so.
And you chose organic for yourself.
Yeah,
like you
really did.
You really felt like you were making that choice, and based on the way you played, it influenced your alignment. Which it was a cool game.
It influenced the way you look, everything. You know, the darker you got all these crazy veins, and your eyes are turning red, all kinds of stuff. And you think about it, you know, now it doesn't seem like that much of a huge change, but back in those days, it was huge and kind of world moving that they had so many small little tidbits of information, going through that game. You know, it was just organically. It was really, really awesome. I think that game came out on Android and iOS, if I'm correct.
I think you're right.
KOTOR came out on iOS, and I wouldn't play that. It would drive me nuts trying to play that in a touch form. But you know, it would suck just as bad.
Have you ever tried out one of those controllers for like Android phones or iPhones, like the little? You know, they're like little controllers.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, I haven't. I have not.
I might pick one of those up because there's so many games that look interesting on, you know, I use iPhone. I know you use Android, but it doesn't really matter what platform. There's so many games that look...
Let's correct this now because Uncharted 4 is out. Let's correct this. I don't use just any Android phone. Now that Uncharted 4 is out, I can say with pride that I use the same fucking phone that Nathan Drake uses. Absolutely true. The same phone. And you know what? It made me feel even better. There's parts of the game where he pulls out the phone and you got to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just felt so real to me because it's the same phone, the same image, the same everything. I told my kids, this is my fucking phone. Nathan Drake is the man. They've got so many damn Sony references in this game. It's really, really awesome. And the way they did Uncharted 4, you know for a fact. Well, you can pretty much guess and speculate that it'll never go to any other console because of all the damn Sony. There's so much Sony crap.
Oh, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way.
It's worse than Quantum Break, how every car is a Nissan.
Oh,
I'm surprised they didn't have Sony cars in this damn game. It's just so much Sony stuff going on.
So I'm sure they got paid like $1 million to do all that branding. How much are you getting paid?
Excuse me?
Anyhow, back to the controllers. I've heard that those controllers have gotten a lot better. Right? Is that like they've started to really feel like Xbox or PlayStation controllers, which is great news, right? So like you can just clip them onto your phone,
Bluetooth?
I think they are Bluetooth, which makes me think there's probably a little bit of intrinsic lag, which would be a bummer. But like if you were playing like just a simple platformer or something, you'd get used to it. You know, as long as it wasn't too big. I mean, the PlayStation 4 controller uses Bluetooth.
I would buy, believe it or not, I would buy a controller just for Slither.io.
Yeah,
just for that game.
You probably play really well with the analog controller too.
Oh, you know, I plugged my PS4 controller into my PC and I was playing it with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this crazy generic setup because for some reason my OBS does not work. Because
no, that's not just you.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking everybody.
It doesn't work, okay? Whenever I turn it on, it's like a black screen. I can get the audio. It's just crap. The old computer worked fine. And so now whenever I try to use OBS, I get nothing. So I use this kind of workaround where I plug my computer into my Xbox One.
Yeah.
And my Xbox One is plugged into my television. And I just go to TV through there. And I'm able to plug the USB from the Xbox One into my computer and just record gameplay through my Elgato like normal.
Yeah.
Even though it's actually coming from my PC. And I plugged my PS4 controller in, and I played it that way, and it felt so natural and great.
Yeah.
I was owning people. They need to bring Slither.io to PS4 and Xbox One. $2.99, $5 game. You know, give people the options to buy new skins and stuff. Make the world bigger. Add some new, mechanics. It's a no-brainer. The game is very, very addicting. If you got 5 minutes to waste, you're going to waste it playing Slither.io. I tell you that.
Yeah, those are fun games. I haven't played Slither, but I played the other two. Agario, and I can't remember what the other one was.
The funny thing about this is because I never play phone or Android games. Android or tablet games, I should say. And my daughter, Nova, walked up to me. She said, "Dad, can you try this game?" And I was like, she's 5 years old. I'm like, I don't want to really, what's this going to be, making a cake or something? She said, "No, you're a snake. This game is Slither.io." And then she handed me her tablet. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what am I doing here? And then all of a sudden it clicked. I was like, this is the best game ever. It's so good. It's not as good as Uncharted 4. It's good. It's good.
We'll see if you're still playing it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, I've been playing it now consistently for over a week, and it's still just I played it every single day for a week.
Do you still play Minecraft? I know you got on a Minecraft kick for a while. Do you ever play Minecraft anymore?
I played it last week. I played it. My wife and I. We're actually building a skating rink.
No shit.
Yeah. I mean, the world that I've created is some really huge shit. You'd be shocked at some of the stuff that we made. So
I wouldn't be shocked. I've seen what my kids have built, and then I've even gone online and see they have time lapse videos of communities building stuff.
It's insane.
It's insane. Yeah, it's really impressive.
Minecraft is a very, very. To me, it's kind of like therapy, man.
Yeah.
Because what we were talking about, this is what kind of got us started doing this. We were talking about some of the places that existed years ago that we used to go to that have been torn down.
I
think there's a ghost knocking on
the
my door.
local S&M club, things like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but we were talking about the skating rinks and all these different places throughout our history that no longer exist. The place we used to work at when we first met. Yeah. And we were like, why don't we just remake these places in Minecraft and kind of go in there and enjoy that atmosphere? Because believe it or not, it really is therapeutic to me to go into my Minecraft version of my grandmother's house, which is not there anymore. It feels the same. I just get that same haunted, spooky ass feeling that I got when I went to my grandma's house. And I've gone to every house I've lived in. I've got them all on one street in Minecraft. It's really, really
that's kind of cool.
It really is, man. Yeah. I mean, the house I grew up in, the Kate's house she grew up in that I never saw before. When she walks me through it, I just get this whole nostalgia feeling, and it's really, to me, it's therapy. And whenever I'm just want to be a badass in Minecraft, I go to the high school, Lincoln High School, from The Last of Us.
Yeah,
I built that, and that's fucking bad. It took us a week and a half to make it.
Really?
It is huge. It is huge. When I say it's huge, it has every aspect of the real game there. There are school buses outside. There's torches in certain places. There's 2 floors. There's hidden rooms. There's a gymnasium.
Does it have a pedophile woodshop teacher?
No. Okay. But that's a great idea. What school did you go to there, Briar?
Just like the real thing.
Holy shit. We'll get spanked. Yeah, but Minecraft is still a lot of fun to me. I enjoy games that allow you to explore your creativity, man.
Yeah.
But I like a game. Not all games should do that, but some games they'll kind of give you a blank canvas and say make what you want to make. Kind of like Mario Maker. You know, make your Mario game, and that's a game I still haven't played yet.
Oh God, you got to check that game out.
Do you have that?
Yeah.
Wow. So damn, if you bought it, I don't have it. I feel like a fucking idiot.
Well, I bought it for my kids, and they actually didn't open it. It was a Christmas present. They didn't open it, and I was the one who opened it. It was like just sitting there for like a month. I'm like, fuck it, I'll play it.
The reason I didn't buy it, and I know a lot of people in the comments are gonna say, Beasley, it's not an excuse. I just feel bad about my Wii U now. I really do. It's like when I look at it, it's like it's depressing. There's really not a lot on there that I'm enjoying, and even their latest.
This game is good. Mario Maker is hot.
Trust me, I know it's a good game, right? But I just feel like there's a handful of them, and they don't justify for me what that system could have been, and that's really not an excuse.
I just feel like almost say that this game is worth the price of a Wii U.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's really good.
Okay, well, just on that alone, I'll buy it. Wow. Now, I've never really watched any videos on it. I know you can create your own worlds, but can you share those
super
worlds?
Easy. Yeah, you share them online.
Like you Big Planet and stuff?
Yep, you can get a code and share them with your friends specifically. So, like, if I was making a level and I wanted to, like, challenge you to beat it, I could do that, or vice versa. You can just share them publicly, like, so I could, like, create a video. Like, I could make a video. This is something I should do, actually, is I should, if you could make a video showing off your level, right, and then have the code so that anybody who watched the video could boot it up and play it, right, in the
oh, wow.
Like, in the description of the video.
Damn, that's a great idea.
Isn't that cool? I just saw that, just like that. I'm like, an idea man. Awesome. They come to be fast. You got to keep up. You got to be fast to keep up.
Wow, that really does sound.
There's probably fucking 3,000 dudes doing that right now.
Yeah, probably so. But that's a great way to build an audience, man. You create something and people want to be a part of it.
Right.
I've had tons of people watch my Minecraft The Last of Us game, the Last of Us High School. And they've all hit me in the comments saying, Beasley, can I come in there and play with you? And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know how to do that without allowing a whole bunch of people to come in here and just burn this motherfucker down.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
People to burn down my high school, man. And so that's the thing. When Kate and I were building it, every now and then, before I would tweak the Minecraft options, it would say blankety blank has joined. I'm like, holy shit, who is this person? Where the hell are they? Are they destroying something? Then I'd fly up high in the air and look around like I was Superman looking for Zod. Then I'd finally find the option to kick them the hell out of my world. So that's the thing. So that sounds a lot more, I guess, user friendly. To allow people to come in there and they can't really alter your world.
No, they just play it like it's a Mario level.
Fucking awesome! Wow.
Yeah, but to post it, you've got to be able to beat it yourself. So you can't post anything that's so hard that you can't beat it. Although there's ways around that because you could just put like a secret, right at the beginning, like a secret warp that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy.
But that's cheesy. I think that's mean.
Yeah, it is. So for me, so far, when it comes to the Wii U, there have been two standout games that I've had. Now I know Toad Treasure Tracker is a good game. I know there've been a few good games out there. Splatoon. These two games I don't have, but the games that I do have on the Wii U that I really truly feel are trendsetters and really amazing games that can go head to head with what we see on the Xbox One and PS4. Smash Brothers,
yeah,
and Bayonetta 2.
Yeah. So
those games are honestly the only reason I really have my Wii U at this point is because of those games. Mm-hmm. Bayonetta 2 is such a. Do you have that game?
No, I did not pick that game up yet.
Well, I'm going to mail it to you and let you take as long as you need, but I want you to try it so you can see what I'm talking about. Even working on this giant. World War I controller, it somehow works flawlessly. The control scheme is great.
I actually like that controller. I like the gamepad. I do.
Well, I don't think it's a bad controller per se as far as, the tactile feel to it.
Yeah.
But it's just very against the grain from what I'm used to.
Yeah.
It's just big.
Yeah. I don't mind it, though. When I'm playing with it, I forget about it.
I mean, I'm trying to imagine. I know there's Tekken on this thing. I'm trying to imagine playing a Tekken. Or a Street Fighter or something on here. It just seems like
you play Tekken like I do.
Yeah, this is how you got to play it like this. Yeah, you have to play it like that.
Yeah.
But hopefully, at least with Nintendo, they kind of give us more of an option with this new controller. Kind of go back to I guess the old Super Nintendo style controller size, you know.
I never
Instead
had a
of giving
problem
you-
with the one that's on the Wii U. The major problem for me on the Wii U was just the fact that there was not a whole lot of games for it that I wanted to play. Mario Maker, Mario Kart. You know, I did like Mario Kart. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a big Super Smash Brothers fan, so like, I understand the achievement of that game. I understand its appeal. It's just not a game for me.
Absolutely.
But no Zelda, no Metroid. It's kind of a
Oh
bummer.
God,
you know.
that is a crime.
Yeah.
That's a crime. You know, I want Nintendo to get more deals like they used to have with companies like Capcom. Remember when Resident Evil 4 was a Nintendo exclusive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that. If they're able to really, do some political maneuvering out there and get in the good graces of some of these companies, they can make this NX thing amazing.
That
I was
Wii
reading
version of RE4 is still a really good version of that
Oh
game.
yeah,
It's a fun way to play it.
It is, man. It's really, really, really good. The thing is, I want them to be great. I was reading kind of more rumors about the NX today because every 5 minutes there's a new rumor by a trusted source.
Yeah.
But the new rumor is that this thing doesn't have x86 architecture.
Oh,
They're
that's
going
kind
with
of a
something
bummer.
else. And they're saying that the raw power is more comparable to the Xbox One and not the PlayStation 4.
Oh, that's a
and
super big bummer.
And if it's not x86, it could spell real doom for Nintendo at this point.
And they're going to be behind the times again, and they're not going to have easy port access.
When my video comes out this week, I don't know which day it's going to go out because I just did 12 Last of Us videos and like 10 news videos. Listen to what I'm saying in the video, and it's true. It's like Nintendo has the advantage that nobody else ever has, but they shit on their advantage every time.
Yeah.
They saw 2 years ago what PlayStation 4 was capable of and the Xbox One. They've had 2 years to study the competition. They know exactly what these consoles are capable of, and by now standards, the PS4 and the Xbox One are very dated technology.
Yeah.
They have the advantage of time travel. They know what the competition is, so why would they come out less than par? Why would they
I don't
come
know.
out and possibly have a console once again that's not as powerful as their competition? It's just, to me, it's an injustice as a company to know what you're going against years in advance and still go against the grain. To not have x86 architecture, third parties are going to have a real issue porting good games to them.
I was hoping, man, I'll be
Why would
honest
they
with
do
you, I
that?
was really hoping for x86 architecture, and I was hoping for something more powerful than even the PS 4.5 or the PS 4K. I was really hoping for that, man. I would
They
love to
have
see
all the
that from
advantage.
Nintendo. I'd love to be playing Destiny 2 on a Nintendo platform. I'd love it,
It's
a
like
real bummer.
It's like watching NASCAR for 2 years, and you're watching and you see the fastest racers. I don't know shit about NASCAR. I'm just using a hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
You see who the best racers are out there. They're the best at turning left.
Mm-hmm.
So
Best
after
left
2
turners
years,
in the world.
God damn it! And so you're gearing up to go to NASCAR,
Uh-huh.
and then they're like, "Here comes Beastly Gamer," and I come out there and I'm on a fucking bike
Yeah.
or a moped or something.
But this motherfucker can turn right.
Yeah. Oh shit! It's over. It's over. Oh, that was so good. This motherfucker can turn right. That would be my fucking slogan when I come out. Right out the fucking exit door. Yeah, man. That's what
Backcow's
Nintendo-
asking you in the comments. Do you stream?
No, I don't. I'm mainly a strictly YouTuber. I don't have a lot of time to do streaming, to be quite honest. Right now, I do most of my videos during the weekend because I have such a heavy workload. I run a
pounds them
laboratory
out.
throughout. Say what?
You pound them out.
Yeah, man, I have to.
Yeah.
Usually Saturday is my day to go through my news and do a lot of editing and just let that shit happen. And sometimes throughout the week I'll find time to do more videos. But throughout the week, I got a family, 4 kids, a beautiful wife. I say beautiful because she watches this show. And sometimes it's really hard for me to find that extra little bit of time. Sometimes I come home and the family might want to watch a movie, or I might want to spend a little time playing a particular game.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't work itself out. But I have streamed before, but I'm just not. I don't have the time to do it exclusively right now. But who knows? Once the YouTube thing really takes off, I'll be streaming all the time.
I'll tell you, man, it has increased my enjoyment of my playtime. When I play video games and I'm not streaming, it feels like something's missing. It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like sex, and then you take away the other partner.
Right. Oh man, totally. Like that's a perfect analogy.
I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Yeah.
Like, you're still kind of getting to the same end here, but I don't know. It just wasn't the same.
Not the damn same.
Kind of just lonelier and sadder. That's perfect.
Oh,
that's perfect.
This is
I'm totally gonna steal that.
Oh man! And see, this to me, the Beastly Thought Show, guys. This is my moment to stream. This is my moment to kind of be free with you guys and give you guys my thoughts on gaming in the world. I get to share it with my best friend, Briar Rabbit. It's just a really important part of my week. I mean, throughout the week, I spend a lot of time bullshitting at work and handling family business.
Yeah, sure.
But my Sundays, today, I told Briar before the show, you guys may have noticed we were a little bit late. My wife flew in from New Hampshire today. She's been gone all weekend. I've been taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, doing all the wife stuff. And so she came in, and she's really tired. She's been up all morning, so she came straight to bed. I'm out there in the kitchen cooking up food, peeling potatoes, putting Salisbury steak together, throwing stuff in the oven, getting things ready. And the whole time, Briar's calling me, Beastly, where the fuck are you?
So I was getting all pissy, right? I was getting all pissy, and then we start the show, man. I'm in an awesome mood now. Awesome mood.
Yeah.
I love doing this show. It's one of my highlights of my week.
Yeah, this is honestly one of my highlights, definitely of the week, and it makes me feel really good to be a part of something so awesome. And thank you guys for being a part of this as well.
Yeah,
it really makes it work. I would do it if we were just sitting here bullshitting, talking to each other.
We did.
We sure did. Yeah. If you guys don't believe us, check out Beastly Thoughts episode 2.
Right.
Check that shit out.
Yeah.
It's on my channel. That was before either of us had lights, and I looked like Shadow Man.
We were doing a Skype call on my Xbox. I was recording the Xbox. We're doing Skype on Xbox. I was recording the Xbox with a PVR. That's how we did this show for episode 2.
And I didn't have any lights. You know,
Nope.
I'd never done anything like this before. And I sat by the window. And as the sun went down, my black ass disappeared.
You're the most literal version of a black guy.
Yeah. All you can see was my eyes and my teeth. It was scary.
It was like literal. It was literal black.
Yeah. I looked like this couch. It was over. And I watched it years later. I'm like, holy shit. I turned on a lamp or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super black. But it was still fun, man. And we talked to each other and had a great time. And I don't think anybody fucking watched, and I didn't even care.
I still kind of don't. Like, I just have a fun time doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah. But that's what's up. That's really what's up.
Yeah. How's my new scuff? It's not that new. It's good.
Well, I'm really concerned with, not concerned, but contemplating grabbing a scuff. My PlayStation 4 controller is really crapping out on me now.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to charge.
Yeah.
And so
did you try replacing the cable?
Yeah. Yes.
It's not the cable?
No, it's not the cable. It just, for some reason, it'll charge when it wants to. I'll leave it on all night and I'll come back and it's charged. But during the day, it'll go dead and I'll plug it in and it'll turn orange and then it'll turn blue and it'll stay blue and it'll be off. I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? So I may be upgrading real soon, possibly getting a scuff. I'm surprised that PlayStation didn't take the Xbox route and create a more...
well, it's a good time to buy a scuff. They just announced, I don't know if they're selling it yet or if they only announced it, but they just at least announced a new version of the scuff for PS4. It's got some nice features to it. It's got removable thumbsticks, so you can take the thumbsticks off like easily and replace them with different lengths. I think it's got trigger stops. It's like a brand new version of the scuff for PS4. So it's actually a really good time to buy one.
Is it better than this scuff?
That's not a scuff. That's a controller with a picture of Chun-Li's crotch.
Oh yeah.
Makes me a little
Don't
uncomfortable.
tell me what it makes you. just be that. Just feel that. This is actually a PlayStation 2 controller. It's never been opened, and it's been signed by the Capcom team.
Nice.
This is the anniversary edition. I bought this thing 22 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, or 20 years ago. Right around there. I know it was, I want to say, it was 18 years ago, 98.
What game was it? What Street Fighter version was out for the PlayStation 2? Was it?
There's like so many Street Fighters.
Was it Street Fighter
Alpha
3?
was out.
It was Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 came out, and this has never been open. You guys can see this. It's just her crotch. She's doing what girls do. And for the guys who don't know what girls do, this is what they do. All day. And they cook, too.
That's right.
And I love this.
It's mostly pillow fights and cooking. Yeah.
Pillow fights? Yeah, they pillow fight quite a fucking bit. Oh, my God. Yeah, but...
I don't know what we talked about on this podcast, but I had a good time doing it.
Good time. I sure did. That's all we do.
Right?
We talked about a whole bunch of crap, but for the most part, we had a good time talking about it, and we hope that you guys enjoyed listening to it. Sound off in the comment section below. If you're on the Twitch page, let Brian know how much you love him by sending him a whole bunch of love emojis. And if you're watching this on YouTube, comment below and tell us what you think about the show.
What? Oh, that's the same box. Oh, that's weird. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this show. I saw you looking,
so I figured you wanted to see this again.
I'm going to go watch some Game of Thrones with my wife. She's making dinner, then we're going to watch some Game of Thrones. Have you started watching Game of Thrones yet?
No.
I still haven't watched it.
Not seen one episode yet, but I do know tomorrow's a very special day for you. So as your friend and many others watching the show, I'd like to say happy anniversary, my friend.
Thank you. All right.
For those who don't know, tomorrow's Briar Rabbit's anniversary, and he's been a very loving companion for many years now. Thank you, my friend.
All right. All right. I think we're going to end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out Beastly Gamer on YouTube and his YouPorn channel. Also, youporn.com/Beastly.
Yeah.
No, actually, don't ever check that.
You know what? If you guys check that, it's going to be on you. Don't listen to this, man. You're just sitting to the worst possible fucking place. Don't ever go there. Hashtag don't listen to Briar. Damn.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. We'll see you next week.